right, everybody, welcome back in T&J Sports Podcast. Drizzy, Tstalls, and Captain Hook back at you with an all football episode today. Got a couple different things going on. Super Bowl's right around the corner. Guys, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. Louisville's up by 5 right now. Don't want to jinx it, though.
Doing pretty good. Louisville's probably going to lose again.
Wouldn't expect anything else.
They'll blow it. All right, guys. So we're coming off of AFC and NFC Championship weekend, one where we saw the Eagles pretty much destroy the 49ers, and the Chiefs outlast the Bengals in a game watched by like 53.1 million people, which is
the most watched. Yeah, it was most watched non-Super Bowl game, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that, which is absolutely crazy.
Three zebras.
Yeah, you know, the Bengals fan in me is just I'm just not gonna talk about it, and we're gonna move on, and we'll come back next year.
Because you could decipher almost every game like that, but there was just
the whole
for a referee to decide a game like that. But dang,
the whole replay, the third down, because the very back judge just waved his hand and didn't blow the whistle, and like
just too much going on for he didn't really.
Yeah, it just really I mean, that's kind of what I saw Pat McAfee was saying. That's what Mike Greenberg was saying. There's just too much going on for these conspiracies not to, look like a conspiracy. Like, it looks real that the games are rigged.
And obvious block in the back where the guy threw his hands up in front of a ref, and the ref just didn't even bother to throw the flag.
Yeah.
The late hit on Patrick Mahomes was a late hit, but I mean, Joe Mixon had a late hit even further out of bounds.
Well, on that same play, Mahomes got hit. He, the defensive lineman, what was it, Hubbard? He was getting held.
Hendrickson got held twice. BJ Hill got held once. I mean, we're not gonna go down conspiracy road, but we got the big game coming up. But first, let's hit on. We had 3 head coaching hires so far this offseason. Broncos got their guy. They made a trade with the Saints, bring in Sean Payton, team up with Russell Wilson. Saints received the 2023 first-round pick. It's number 29 overall.
If I can be honest with you all and with anybody listening, I did not know you can trade for a coach.
You didn't know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
I knew back in the old days, when football was just starting and the NFL was just starting, you could trade a player for a washing machine and whatever. But I did not know you could trade for a coach.
That's how John Gruden ended up on the Buccaneers.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it's kind of like when players if Gronk retired and he still had some years left on his contract with Tampa Bay. For him to go anywhere else, he would have had to unretire and get a trade to another team. Yeah. So it's kind of the same thing, just with coaches. The Saints received a first-round pick this year, number 29 overall, a 2024 second. The Broncos got Sean Payton and a 2024 third. Tyrone, I'm sure you're pretty happy about that one.
Very much so. Hopefully he can be the what John calls him, the cornball whisperer here. Hopefully Russell Wilson goes back to being prime Russ and not cornball Russ.
He'll always be cornball Russ. And then we got Texans hired D'Amico Ryans, defensive coordinator for the 49ers, had the number 1 defense for probably the past few years. He played 6 years for the Texans and signed a 6-year deal. So hopefully not a one-and-done scenario with him.
I was just about to say that, man.
And so we'll see what goes on down there. I mean, he's got obviously his defense was great. It's going to be a tough rebuild. But they do have the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think he might be the fall guy though. He's going to take forever.
What's y'all's thoughts on that? Who was before Lovie Smith last year? It was another one-and-done coach. Who was it before him?
Oh,
because I can't remember. All I can remember is Bill O'Brien and the stupid-ass trades he made.
No, it wasn't the Texans. It was Miami. Brian Flores. He
got a few. He had a few years. The Texans did do that.
No, he had a few years, but what I was getting at is, I mean, it's something that they talk about all the time with giving minority coach an opportunity, a black coach at that, giving him a short tenure, which I just hope they don't do that to the new coach.
Got Frank Wright got hired, former Indianapolis Colt and Philadelphia Eagle coach, got hired by the Panthers. I don't see it as a bad move. Offensively, he just got to get his quarterback. Panthers, I don't know. I mean, no offense, John. Don't take this the wrong way, but that division is absolutely dog shit now that Brady's gone. It's open for the taking for anyone in the NFC South. So I think that could not make the Panthers a favorite, but it definitely makes them a better option than before.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers are still going to suck. Like they have Sam Darnold at quarterback. Let's be honest here. They're not going to do anything.
You got Desmond Ritter. There's not much for replacement.
They got
that's a little bit better than Sam Darnold. Man.
Yeah. It's
He did beat Tom Brady. He's 1-0 against Tom Brady. Oh, I'm leaving it at that.
Didn't he also run out of bounds on 4th down to end the game?
Rookie mistake, man. Rookie mistake.
I don't know, but he did have a better record than Mariota. But that ain't saying too much either.
My thing is the Panthers will still be a laughing stock when you get rid of, your best player. I know he's been injured a lot, but CMC, how can you get rid of him? And somebody made it a big pointer, like, you notice he didn't miss any games or have any injuries when he was with the San Francisco 49ers and winning. So
yeah, I saw the wind blow and he didn't tear his ACL. That was weird.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. He actually played more than 3 games in a row. So
yeah, I mean, that trade for McCaffrey, the Panthers got a 2023 second, 2023 third, 2023 fourth, 2024 fifth. They got a lot of picks, which is probably what they need to build rather than, hang on to a guy in his prime that he's not going to win anything there. So, moving on from the Panthers, you're still waiting on the Colts and the Cardinals to make a decision on their head coaches. I haven't heard anything about Arizona. I do think they just interviewed the Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo and offensive coordinator Brian Callahan, or they're interviewing them this week for their head coaching position. And then the Colts, I don't remember who it was down to. It'll probably go to Jeff Saturday, and they'll be a laughing stock. So, but that's what we're waiting on the coaching hires. I think we voiced our frustrations with the AFC game already, championship game already. NFC championship game was kind of a blowout. Brock Purdy towards UCL, needs Tommy John surgery. Josh Johnson got a concussion, had to come out, had to throw the one arm guy back in.
CMC was in one play. CMC was that game one play.
So we got Chiefs and Eagles coming up in the big game. What do you guys think of that matchup? I mean, obviously it'll be fun. We thought the Bengals should be there, but what do you think?
Go ahead, John.
I think the Eagles are going to be able to shut down Mahomes and his bad ankle that just doesn't heal up overnight. And having 2 weeks to prepare for it might help him a little bit, but that Eagles pass rush is something serious. I still think it's going to be close just because Mahomes will pull something out of his ass and the refs may help him a little bit. I predicted the score to be 28-24, but I think the Eagles handle this game. It's going to be close, but I think they handle it the whole way through.
Yeah. I'm with you there, John. I see this being a good fight, going in the first half. I feel like the Eagles will be up by like a touchdown at halftime, but I think the pressure and the hits that Mahomes will probably sustain in this game from Fletcher Cox and everybody else on that defensive line and just the shutdown corners that they have, which their defense has been underrated. They've shown that they can be a powerful offense going against probably the best defense in the league in San Francisco last week and putting up 31 regardless of their quarterback being out. So I think the Eagles are just going to be dominant in this, and Jalen Hurts is going to put a cap to this amazing season he had. He's going to win MVP of this game. Call me crazy, but I think it's going to be a blowout in the second half part of it. 38-24 is my score prediction.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm going with the Chiefs over the Eagles. just because they've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
They've been there multiple times before. They know what it's like. They're not going to be, walking in as nervous. Not saying, Jalen Hurts won't be, rock solid, but it's a bigger stage. I mean, it's the biggest one of it all. I've got it down 31-24 Chiefs. I just think, it'll be a good game back and forth. I just think at the end the Chiefs and Mahomes and Kelsey will figure something out.
Yeah.
Maybe with the help of some refs, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if the Chiefs have a shot in this one because the Eagles do have a top 5 defense. I think they're number 2, if I'm remembering that right.
Yeah,
Right behind the Niners.
I think you are because I feel like I remember that being said that it was number 1 versus number 2 defense last week.
Let's see what you all think. Go ahead and comment on here and tell us what you think is going to happen. We'll also reach out to you on all of our social media as well to get your predictions. But yeah, I like the Eagles in this and heavy dose of Jalen Hurts.
But guys, I think that wraps it up. And Drizzy's gonna be signing off. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoy. Tstalls out.